Good day, Summoners. This is Raabemaster bringing you a League of Legends Procast for your viewing pleasure, and today it's going to be featuring CruzertheBruzer on Rengar in the top lane using that Hunter skin, and yay for CruzertheBruzer. I mean, every time I see him play, it's just a good game, and I do so very much enjoy those games with him in them. And yeah, I guess that's it. Every game I play, every game I cast with him playing, it's a good time. I see him playing Lee Sin a lot. Now he's playing Rengar. In my opinion, Rengar, kind of a meh champ right now. He's not that great unless you get him snowballing in the lane. If you can, then, hey, that's pretty good. But if you can't, not that great. He is going to be against an Ahri in the top lane. An interesting decision. You don't see a lot of Ahri's top lane ever. It's an Akali mid as well. So that's a lot of mobility on blue team that we've got already. Let's go over the champion picks while I'm thinking about it. And for blue team in the jungle is going to be a Nasus. Top lane is going to be Ahri. Bot lane will be a mix of Twitch and Thresh, while in the mid lane is going to be the Akali. For the red team, CruzertheBruzer is going to be rocking that Rengar top lane. It's going to be a pony in the jungle named Hecarim. Mid lane will be Caston, and bot lane is going to be Lulu supporting a Jace. Jace, not the most typical bot lane you see. However, a lot more popular since like the Bruiser bot thing has kind of gotten a little bit of momentum to it. Jace has been more and more played in the bot lane. I've seen it a few times in my own game, and here we got an example of it right now. And we do see this Rengar starting with red elixir. CruzertheBruzer, you boss. And I've been seeing it. I see this every now and then. I mean, it's really good on aggressive laners. Like an example of this would be Urgot, Akali, Pantheon, Rengar. If you can be aggressive in the early game, it can turn around tower dives. It can just give you so much more damage than your enemies expect you to dish out. And it's quite an interesting start. Quite good on those more early game focused champions who need to get an edge in the early game. It will give them that power to do so. And right now we do see a Nasus in the jungle. My opinion on jungle Nasus is he's got okay speed if you're not worrying about farming your Q. If you're really worried about farming your Q, his speed slows down significantly. Right now it says he has 0 on his Q, in fact. I don't know if that's true or not, but it might be not. Maybe not it is. It could be true. It could be false. I'd be a little bit surprised if Nasus hadn't queued a single thing for a last hit. But anyways, I'm not a big fan of Nasus. I find him. I don't like my farm dependent. Well, I'm fine with farm dependent champions. I just don't like them be completely farm reliant. I enjoy having a little bit more fun. And Nasus just doesn't really come out to me as a very fun or that great of a champion. Although, you know, it's fine if you disagree. Nasus can be a strong champion if played correctly. Anyways, let's start with the games. I'm sure that's why you guys are here. And right now, I mean, this bot lane is going to be very dangerous for this Thresh and Twitch combo. And right now in the top lane, we do see a gank coming down from the Nasus. CruzertheBruzer, you're in a bit of trouble if I do say so myself. Oh, he's going to turn around, pop his red elixir, will he? And he's going to try to get this R. He is going to get her with the Ignite, I believe. No, the health potions coming out from her will keep her alive. CruzertheBruzer did end up failing. He did pop his red elixir too, ended up dying with it, so that's like a lot of gold that he just wasted. I think the red elixir keeps going even after you die, though, so he should be okay. Yes, see, you can still see like the aura on it. So the red elixir is still up on him. We do see Akali versus Caston in the mid lane. I think Caston wins this matchup thanks to his silence. Also, his ultimate is as good as escaping as hers is at engaging. But it's going to be a very roam-heavy mid lane. I mean, they're not going to be here very much. And especially if one of them gets killed. Here comes My Little Pony with a lot of burst damage. And that is going to be a kill for Caston as he drops that Ignite. Shroud not even helping Akali at all. Nice Hecarim gank coming down on the mid lane. And right now we did see Twitch get forced out of lane. This means this Jace gets uncontested free farm. And there's this minion farm. Might be something that Twitch is going to miss. And they are going to push it straight to the tower. And actually Jace is going to get pulled under the tower, but no, he's just going to take that opportunity to do quite a bit of damage. And we do see Nasus in here. He really wants this Caston. Will he be able to get him? In my opinion, no, he won't. Oh, here comes Hecarim for the counter gank. And he is going to knock Nasus straight into the wall. There's a Q coming from Hecarim, from Caston. So much damage. And that was a bad flash from Caston, but I think he's going to be okay in the bot lane. We do have a bit more action happening as well. There's the flash from Twitch. He's going to get the kill with the expunge. Now this Jace is in full retreat mode. And nice slow coming out from the Thresh. Couldn't say that. And the expunge from the Twitch is going to pick up the kill. And right now we do see Akali just getting pushed on by this Caston. Such a hater of Akali's. And if I had to say what champions are getting the most QQ in the GD lately, I would have to put my money on Akali. She's getting QQ'd at so much in the forums. Anyways, we just got the regens coming out from these mid laners right now. Akali's gotten a couple of rejuvenation bans because she's just taking so much harass in lane. She really wants that extra sustain. Caston himself has nothing in his inventory. Started with all consumables. There's the tier. And I think this tier is going to be going into a Seraph's Embrace one day. It wants to grow up and become a Seraph's Embrace, in my opinion. Or, you know, it could become a Muramana. I mean, his Q single target, his Netherblade makes his auto attacks deal a lot of damage. I've seen stranger things than Muramana casted in my time. And anyways, I like Rod of the Ages more on casting. I don't normally get a tier. I'll just build Roa. And I feel like that's a lot more of a satisfying build path. That's what I believe. But of course you can go tier if you feel like it. I'm not going to judge. And right now just some damage coming out. CruzertheBruzer is indeed being a lane bully with Rengar lane police. And right now the pushing is coming out from the Twitch. And he's trying to get as much farm as possible. And of course here we got CruzertheBruzer just continuously engaging this Ahri. I mean, she can't even get close to the farm. This is why putting those kind of APs top lane is dangerous. Because usually bruisers will have the lane advantage, and when you're top lane, it's a lot easier to get zoned. So if you're against a bruiser type champion top lane, it's easier to get zoned than if you're against a bruiser as a squishy AP in the mid lane. Oh, here comes the Rengar and the Caston. They're going to get the gang sauce, and it's going to be a kill for CruzertheBruzer. His revenge has been sated, and his appetite has been sated, I guess. Is that the right word? We're gonna go with it. It's the right word. And that is going to be a nice kill for them right now. 3-3. And both sides doing very well for themselves. Oh, here comes the Hecarim getting lane ganks. And he is going to get the ultimate off. And it's going to be a kill on the Thresh for Jace. Monsoons. Well done, my man. Picking up that kill like a boss. And they could actually go for Dragon right now. They definitely have the opportunities. But no, it looks like they're just going to go back, pick up their blue buff. Caston loves blue buff. If you can, against the Caston, take away his blue buff. He is very sad without it. And, of course, Kali doesn't need it himself. And actually, it looks like this Hecarim wants to gank. He sees the Kali's level 6. He's like, this is prime opportunity for a counter gank. Nice job by Hecarim, knowing when a Kali hits 6 as a jungler, you normally want to be around there to help with a Kali kill her lane opponent, or stop a Kali from killing your friendly laner in the mid lane. And of course, Hecarim was there. He was not able to save the Caston, unfortunately, but he was able to pick up a kill. So in all, it went in favor of red team. I mean, if you're playing Hecarim and you can get ahead, you're in a very good spot, because he just snowballs ridiculously hard. Looks like he's going to be going for the Spirit of the Lizard Elder, a great item on Hecarim. Iron Turn also like the getting a looks like we got a big fight down up here in top lane, and it's just a little bit of fast. I like getting a Black Cleaver on Hecarim sometimes instead of an Elder Lizard, just because the armor pen helps your whole team, not just you. Although the true damage on Qs is very nice. I mean, CruzertheBruzer just going all in against this silly fox lady. And he does have a giant spell. He's building a bit more tanky Rengar. I was playing this game once as Jungle Jarvan. I love Jungle Jarvan. Oh my gosh, there's just so who doesn't love dunking people as Jarvan? If there's someone in the world does not like dunking people as Jarvan, I don't know how I can respect you. But anyways, I was playing Jarvan, and this Rengar, he got Madrez, and then he immediately went BF Sword, and I'm like, yay, because I just countered jungle. I stole all of his buffs. He could not even touch me. Giant Spell is such a bad item on almost all junglers as the first pickup. And right now we are just going to see the Twitch doing tons of damage down here, and they will be able to pick up the first kill on Jace, and the Nasus is going to come in to allow them to pick up the second kill as well. Actually, first kill went on to the the first kill was Jace getting killed, and then Thresh unfortunately did as well fall to Jace. And Ahri has also gone down to CruzertheBruzer, picked up a kill there. And Caston's good against the Kali, because when she wants to go in with her ultimate, you can just silence her, be like, be gone, assassin. Throw your orb of silenceness at them. And suddenly you're a lot happier. I'm getting messaged on Skype. Let's see if it's anything important. The answer to that question is no. It is simply a Mario character messaging me. And right now, we do have the initiation coming down from the Nasus. He's like, I want big cubes. but he's not going to get anything due to the fact that Hecarim is quite scary right now. Oh, there's the flash from Lulu. She does get the slow. Here comes Caston to help as well, and it looks like Caston going to be picking up the kill on this Twitch. No, nice barrier from him is going to keep him alive. It will barely, but this Nasus is certainly going to die to the ultimate ref walk. And that Jace is on their team. I was about to say, here comes Jace with the counter, but nope, Jace is on red team. And Caston is going to successfully ward that bush, unlike Skara. Oh, burn. Burn, Skara. And this looks like an easy dragon for red team for sure. Nothing to do to contest them. CruzertheBruzer is like, I got this, bros. Oh, here comes Thresh to help, maybe. Nope, this dragon is going to indeed be going to red team. There's no jungler here to pro-smite it due to the fact that Nasus is unfortunately dead. Let's take a look at the Nasus and his Q farm, because, you know, that's the only thing that matters in games with Nasus. He's up to a whopping 108 physical damage. Remember, you get double the damage. I pushed the pause button instead of the D button, proing it up here as the camera control. Remember, if you get the proc, if you last hit an enemy with your Siphoning Strike as Nasus, and it's a jungle minion, you get double. It only works on the big jungle minions, not the small jungle. I don't believe it works on the small jungle minions, aka the small wolves or small race, or buff little minions. I believe it's only the large buff monsters, but that's still, you know, double's pretty good. I mean, double or nothing, I'd take double, as I'm sure most people would. CruzertheBruzer just rocking this lane with Rengar. Remember, if you get ahead with Rengar, you're going to be very scary, because you can freely build up ferocity, and you can just freely pressure your opponents. If you get behind his Rengar, you're kind of screwed due to the fact that you really don't have much to bring to the table. I do enjoy jungling Rengar so much, but he is just such a poor jungler in my opinion, due to the fact that it's so hard to get ahead of other champions. And his jungle is just pretty slow and not very sustained at all. And it makes me cry a little bit inside when I realize how bad of a jungler he is. Because I do enjoy him. He's almost at Fiora levels. Not quite at Fiora level of bad, but almost at Fiora level of bad. And right now we do have Cassie coming in along with the CruzertheBruzer Rengar. Just a lot of spells being thrown down here. They actually aren't going to pick up the Thresh, and the Akali is invisible. And nice Lantern's going to actually keep her alive. Here comes Jace. He wants EQ. EQ. No, he's just going to jump in for the kill instead. Will they be able to get this Thresh? Yes, they will. There's the Hecarim ulti. Going to pick up the kill, and that is a nice tower dive from red team, securing more advantage for them. 5 to 10, 2k gold in their favor, but they're going to get a second tower of the game. Going to red team. Actually, that is the second tower of the game, but the first tower for them right now. Actually, Caston's going to get withered. He's going to turn around, throw some slows on the ground, and Rift Walk right out of there. He's falling very low. Here comes the Ahri. She's ulting in. Really wants to pick up a kill here. She drops the Caston extremely low. Actually, here in the jungle, Twitch is being found, trying to get his red buff. There's the slow from Lulu. Giant Hecarim. And there's the shutdown. Actually, Ahri is picking up the kill on CruzertheBruzer. Double kill. Picking up the kill on Caston as well. This Jace can probably make mad work happen. Can he? I don't know. He's pretty squishy. The Ahri might be able to turn this one around. It's best if this Jace just runs away right now. Here comes the Hecarim, though. He really wants to make this a cleanup party. Will he be able to? That is the question. Oh, no. Here comes the Akali. Jace. Oh, this Jace looks super dead if you ask me. Oh, they might actually be able to clean up this Akali. No, she's going to go for the Jace. Will she? She will get the Jace. And she's going to use the Lantern to get away. Nice Lantern from Thresh to come save her life. And right now, Ahri and Nasus is just going to disengage the situation. They are quite low, so don't really want to go in. But that was, you know, almost got the Jace, almost kept the Jace alive. But Akali was just able to kill him. And then Thresh Lantern saved her life. I've seen those times when, like, the Thresh threw the Lantern, like, come, my ally, do not get killed by the whole enemy team. And the enemy team just stood on the Lantern, and then the guy's like, I can't click on the Thresh Lantern because everyone's standing on it. Oh, that's just hilarious when that happens. And right now we are just going to see, that was like a big swing for blue team. They did get a lot of gold. Now it's only 2k difference. That's a decent amount of gold at this stage of the game. But, you know, nothing big. I mean, that's like a Doran's item for everyone on your team, so it's not that bad. It's definitely going to show in some team fights, but, you know, definitely not bad. And right now, this Hecarim is definitely balling it up. 3-0-5. I mean, red team's going to tell blue team they fucked up with a good engage. I mean, Hecarim's just going to do so much damage. And now, of course, am I Hecarim? The answer to that is yes. Better build a damage item and then just go straight defense so I can survive every team fight. So he's going to get a Spirit Visage next, I believe. And right now we do see Akali throwing some damages out there. And Oh, she's going to jump right onto the castle, and she's going to get silenced, though. So she's like, I guess you can't really engage into this. She does have her giant spell. Probably going to be going for a Rylai's. Actually, it looks like a Warmogs, if you ask me. All it needs is a Ruby Crystal and a recipe, and she's good to go with that Warmogs. Oh, we have a Baron attempt coming out from blue team. Wow, red team has no idea. They did pink ward this Baron. They can totally take this, no problem. And, I mean, red team has no idea. They're like, where is everyone? They got to think, where is everyone? Actually, CruzertheBruzer thinks this, and then he's like, oh, they're all doing Baron. Balls. What did I just walk into? And he just walked into certain death. He is going to end up going down. However, the Hecarim was able to kill the Akali, but now they know, whoa, the other team's got Baron buff. I mean, if they had all shown up, like, midway into that Baron, they would have easily had a bunch of kills. But nice 15-minute Baron coming out from blue team. Hecarim now being caught out by himself. He's not quite tanky enough to tank the entire team. And he is going to be going down. Does not have a Spirit Visage yet. And Spirit Visage is definitely going to help him out in this game. Although I think he's going to need to get probably a random wins this game as well. I'd really like to see a random wins to stop the Twitch ult. Because when he dives right in, he's going to want to activate that on the Twitch to slow him down and lower his attack speed. And here comes the Twitch. He's like, jump out and attack the Lulu. And he is going to indeed attack the Lulu. But the Lulu's just going to get right on out of there. Lulu, one of the best supports right now, in my opinion. She is just amazing at keeping your carry alive. I've said this like 1,000 times, but I love saying it. Lulu keeps people alive. Like, all of her spells are dedicated to keeping your carry alive. And that's why she's so strong, especially in the Assassin, Bruiser, Murder the Carry meta that we have going on right now. And Lulu is just so wonderful because she'll keep that person alive despite the other team's best efforts to kill them most of the time. And for boot choices right now, we do have Nasus still at level 1 boots. He's pretty much just building straight tank right now. It's just like, I need to survive more in fights so that I can queue the bitches. Can I argue with that? Not really. I mean, it's a decent plan. It's a good plan. That's pretty much what every Nasus does. We do see Blade of the Ruin King on Rengar. CruzertheBruzer has picked up one of those as well as on the Jace. This Jace is actually going full carry mode. Defenses, screw that. I'm just going to poke people and do tons of damages. Oh, that poke barely missed a call. No, we do have Hecarim getting jumped on. He's going to take a ton of damage. He got the ult out of there to survive. There's the ultimate from Lulu on top of him. Here comes CruzertheBruzer doing a lot of really good damage. He's actually going to be able to take down the Twitch. But there's also going to be a shutdown on the Hecarim as well. Now here comes Jace trying to bring this fight back into his favor, but Akali is still alive. And she wants blood. Is she going to be able to get the Jace? No, she will not. Not quite yet. She doesn't have any charges of her ultimate, unfortunately. And red team's just going to have to get on out of here. That was a 3-for-2 exchange. Actually, here comes Ari with her ultimate. She might be able to get a kill. Oh, one more ultimate charge. No, she's not going to get it. Lulu's going to survive. No, the Akali's going to jump in and kick up the kill. Akali also not going to go down. Barely. Jace really wants this. Come on, just fire a random Q into there. And, oh, he could totally have gotten her. Oh, that was a big opportunity for them. Oh, Ari's going to flash, try to pick up a kill here, but is she going to get it? No, the Jace is going to be able to bring her down. Oh, last turret shot actually doesn't come. Jace does die, and Ari barely escapes the last turret shot. I was sure that Jace was going to be able to pick that one up and get the kill on the Ari. Oh, so very close. Yet no cigar. Unfortunate, because I wanted to smoke, but that will not be happening. So, with the vast advantage on red team due to the fact that they have 2 Borks and the enemy has no Borks, I don't know what blue team can do. I mean, they might as well just surrender 2-0 Borks. Pretty much a one-sided game. Actually, nah. I'm being sarcastic. Blue team handled that last fight very well. They were able to catch out the Hecarim and make him waste his ultimate in a defensive way, which did screw over their team fight. I mean, Hecarim ultimate is such a powerful team fight ulti, and you just really want it. And we're just going to see CruzertheBruzer pushing that lane. He waited for Giant Spell, and then he's like, I'm just going to go full offense. Who needs defensive stats when I've got a Bork? And, you know, can't argue with that, I guess. Cannot argue with that. And all they need to do is auto-attack it one more time, and Thresh like, I'll be the manly one who goes up and auto-attacks it. And Akali's like, I want to ride the Thresh Lantern. Whee! And she did indeed ride the Thresh Lantern. Thresh, a very popular support I've been seeing a lot of lately. I don't like his skin personally. I think the Deep 1 Thresh is not that great of a skin. And I am back. If I sound different, that's because I'm recording a little bit time difference from when I was just casting a few seconds ago. And the video time has actually been like an hour or two due to problems with League of Legends and my recording system. So it's okay though. we're going to finish this game. I think I was talking about the skin. I don't like the Deep Thresh skin. I don't know. Just, I don't for some reason. Anyways, we are just seeing, in my opinion, the complete dominance from CruzertheBruzer's team. And Cass is just doing so much poke. There's such a heavy emphasis. I want to say there's a heavy emphasis on late game on the blue side. They've got a Nasus and a Twitch, both very strong late game carries. Twitch very vulnerable to getting like assassinated, which this Cass no doubt is going to be like the whole game. Hey Twitch, where are you, bro? And a hop, skip, and a silence. That Twitch is going to be dead. So I'm very worried about the future of this Twitch in team fights. I don't think, even with his ultimate range, I don't know how he's going to do against Cass. He doesn't have any good peel on his team. I mean, Wither can help, but it's not going to help from someone who has such an affordable gap closer on his ultimate in like a 3-second cooldown. It's more than a 3-second cooldown, I know, but... And besides that, he doesn't really have any peel. I guess thresh walls maybe, but I mean, Casting can just hop in between the thresh walls. Here comes CruzertheBruzer. He wants money, and he sees money on this foxy lady, but no, she's just going to hop away because that's what Ari does. In danger, press R. Actually, well, I guess Casting does the same thing too, so... It's hard to judge. Both sides have one of those in trouble press R. I don't like the build here from Ari. I mean, she's forward 2 and 2. She's doing pretty well. I mean, Zonia's is a good decision. But I'm also really worried about the magic damage too on the other side. She's really worried about the CruzertheBruzer. And she can Zonia as the initiation from Hecarim. That'd be really good. She can maybe Zonia as like a silence from the Caston as well. But I think just holding on to the Seekers and maybe getting like a Haunting Guise would have been a little better. Allow her to contribute a bit more damage to the team fight. Maybe put that into a Leandra's or something. That's just my opinion. Even an Abyssal Scepter would be really nice against this Caston and his magic damage. Because right now he's got a lot of mana. And also got the deeps to go with it. But besides that, how is my voice volume really different? I did adjust the volume. I thought maybe it was a bit loud in my previous recording, so I toned it down just a tiny bit. So if it sounds different, that's why. Anyways, look at that J skin. Classy! That's why if I played Jace, I'd definitely get the skin. I mean, because it just screams class. Anyways, we got blue team. They kind of want to push, but I mean, they've got a Nasus. How much does he have on his Q? Let's take a look at his Q right now. It's 207. That's not a lot. Not a lot at all for 22 minutes into the game. Slightly disappointing. I wish he had more farm on his Q. But he is jungle Nasus, so that's one of the big flaws of jungle Nasus. He's not able to get a lot of farm on his Q. Right now, blue team is looking to push for Baron Nashor. Baron Nashor did just spawn. Blue team's going to be all up in that thing's grill. Maybe no. I don't really think they can take this. Ooh, they're in a bit of a weird position. We might be seeing a team fight come up real soon. And the Caston is just going to blink away. Not want to get initiated on. Oh, look at him warding like a good player. I don't ward when I play Caston. I just blink. But yes, he is indeed warding. Blue team's going to go for I would almost call this a desperation Baron. They know that they can't win these mid-game fights, so they really want the amp that Baron gives them. And they have everything pink warded down here, so they know there's no vision. But they can't see this ward. It's barely out of range, so red team actually knows everything that's going on here. And they are just going to get right in here. Oh, no, looks like we have someone getting caught out. Ako's going to drop extremely fast. And that Twitch wants to get right out of there, but his team is just taking such a beating. This Twitch can't do anything. Even if he comes in trying to get a cheese kill, he's just going to get shut down, destroyed. And now Ari's going to be the next one to go down. Oh, CruzertheBruzer, you're not going to survive the comeback of the orb. And Jace wants a kill. He's looking for monies. He's going to get grabbed as the shield from the item runs out. It looks like they're going to keep diving. They can't get this thresh really easy. The Q from Hecarim's going to pick it up. Now this Nasus also looks really dead. He is going to go down. Double kill for Hecarim, and that is going to be an easily won battle, 4-for-1 exchange. And they're pinging Baron. No, blue team's pinging Baron, but red team's not going to do it. They don't have the health. No way they could do it right now. They don't have the deeps from Rengar, and they also don't have the HP to be able to do it. Oh, Lulu, you shielded the Hecarim, but it was the Caston, but it was the Hecarim who was taking turret aggro. And of course, all CS are belong to Caston. Am I right? Totally. That Twitch does have an Infinity Edge, so if he's given a good position in fights to do a lot of damage with his ultimate turned on, he can wreck the other team. Unfortunately, I mean, you got Caston, you've got the initiation from Hecarim, which is arguably one of the best initiation tools in the game. And then you got Rengar jumping on your face, and you got Jace jumping, just poking at you with giant balls of pew-pews. And I mean, I don't see this Twitch really just being effective in this game, unfortunately. And of course, CruzertheBruzer trying to build up some wonderful ferocity. Let's take a look at his item guild. He's got a Bork. He's got cooldown reduction boots. Very good boots on Rengar since you're not normally building a lot of cooldown reduction on him. And that extra 15% in the early game just helps you so much. Like, he's definitely a cooldown dependent champion. Or I guess you could argue all champions are cooldown dependent. But Rengar just so much so. But now we are just going to see Thresh taking out that ward in the back of the Baron. He like just barely saw it with the end of that pink ward. And don't forget, if you want to see a war, if you want a pink ward to grant true sight of an area, you have to if you want to grant true sight inside of a bush, the pink ward itself has to be in the bush. So these two pink wards just chilling out right next to each other, there's no way they can detect each other. Even if like red team members stood in this blue team bush, it wouldn't matter. Because the ward needs to be in the bush in order for it to grant sight. Just like if you have an oracles, even if you are standing next to a bush and your ally is standing in the bush, you won't get the true sight in the bush. That's just an important thing to remember. You learn things on my channel. Speaking of learning things, I have a Trundle guide out. I'll tag that at the end of the video though, not now. We're too busy watching blue team push, despite the fact that they're at a slight disadvantage. I'd actually call it a moderate disadvantage right now. About 5k gold is a decent sized advantage for red team. I mean, blue team's going to need to make the mad plays for this one to work out. They need to protect that Twitch. And it's just going to be so hard for them to do. And there's assassination, there's initiation, there's poke. I mean, red team's got it all. And of course, they've got CruzertheBruzer too, and that's pretty much an instant win. I did see a game when I was browsing for games with like Reginald and Dyrus and Voyboy. Unfortunately, it was like 10 minutes in, so I was really sad that I couldn't bring you guys that one. I don't like when it's like 10 minutes, and I'm like, not gonna happen. But we are gonna have Kassadin blinking over a wall, and of course, Lulu continually taking out the wards. Baron is going to be attempted to get taken down by red team. Blue team's not even in position to make any moves towards this. Twitch all the way bot lane. This is a free Baron for red team. In fact, they might have to be able to pick up a kill on top of this. There's a lot of tankiness in that Thresh, but it's not going to matter. This Baron's definitely going to red team, unless like Nasus gets like the proest smite of all time. Oh, he's not going to get the proest smite of all time. And here comes the clean-up team fight. Nasus is going to be the first one going down. Will they be able to get anyone else? Looks like they really want to get this foxy lady, but nope, they're not going to be able to get her. She is, in fact, going to make her escape. And that's a wonderful thing for her. No, she's going to get silenced and slowed, and the charm is going to whiff, but she's still not going to go down. Instead, red team just deciding to push against this. And they are going to push uphill. They have Baron. They are ahead in gold. They have the tools to win any team fight. I mean, Twitch is going to need to get the perfect positioning for a perfect ultimate. That's the only way they can win right now. I mean, Thresh is going to have to use all of his abilities to kind of kite for that Twitch. Oh, but Twitch is about to get initiated on. He's just going to explode, and there he goes. The team fight is continuing to rage, but we all know how this one ends. Blue team's just getting chunked down so hard. Jace's Gigantor, and Nasus is like, I want to help, but no. Even Lulu manages to survive just barely. Their Collie does end up going down. And that is going to be the turret and probably the inhibitor. Blue team losing a lot off of that team fight. The Twitch got too close, and Hecarim saw his opportunity to rush up to him and then ulti him, so he got feared backwards along with the push from his E. Just pretty much got Twitch killed almost immediately. And that is that for their team. Game still got a couple minutes though. So, and wow. That's why carries. That's when people talk about double lift and his statement that he doesn't think range carries will be in the meta. He kind of has some points in that they're not as safe as they used to be. Like hard carries, there's something you need to be a hard carry. You need to have two things: one, natural survivability, and two, some form of DPS. Ranged carries have the natural survivability in their ranged advantage over melee champions. And then many of them also have DPS type spells, like Twitch's ultimate is a good DPS spell, which makes him viable as a ranged carry. The thing that why I don't think Quinn is a viable ranged carry is because she doesn't have the survivability in her range that other ranged carries have. Almost all ranged carries have about at least 550 range. Quinn is 525. It's not good at all. Her ultimate doesn't really seem to put her in a good spot either. And so I don't think that we're going to be seeing her be seeing her used on the pro scene as a ranged carry at all, in my opinion. I do like your mid laner as a roamer, though. I still think that's pretty good. It's a lot of fun because her ultimate gets you places fast, so you can roam, do some decent damage. It's fun. I enjoy it. But then again, it begs the question, why don't you use a different roamer? Which is a fair question. I never noticed that. There were like little bubble animations in the Deep One Thrush skin. Nice, nice. So, I hope the next champion is like a jungler. I really want a new jungler. I hope it's like a tanky jungler that does lots of deeps. Like Trundle and Mundo. I love those junglers. Oh, Jace, you might be getting caught out of position. No, it's a trap. Suddenly here comes all of Red Team, the horsey. Oh, it's a trap. And this Twitch is just going to get annihilated by the Cassidon and the Rengar. CruzertheBruzer doing tons of work. And this is just a lost fight for Blue Team. The Alcala is going to go down in the jungle. The rest of Blue Team is just getting chased down by this Hecarim. He is just a tanky monster right now. And this Hecarim is just letting them know they messed up. And I think this is going to be the end of the game, guys. There's just nothing Blue Team can do right now. After this, the Red Team's already pushing into their, going to push into their base, and Blue Team wisely surrenders, saying, "You've bested us this time." And it's just pretty much the fact that Blue Team tried to go for like a heavy late game strat with some good early mid game in Ahri and Akali. But the Twitch just never got good positioning. He kept getting assassinated in those team fights. And when you don't have the Twitch damage, the team just falls apart because they can't do anything to the tanky monsters that are Rengar, that is Rengar, that is Hecarim, that is anyone with a Lulu ultimate on them. It's just the power of the other team. And of course, Jace was able to ride his tanky front line to victory. Jace, a very strong laner. You can put him bot lane. You can build him glass cannon like he was just this game. I like giving him a bit more of a tanky build when I bring him bot lane. Even more DPS oriented than his top lane build usually, but he does have some safe options. In team fights, he's not as safe as other ranged carries, of course, because his range is not very good. However, he does have a lot of disengagement tools from fights, and of course, really good poke. So anyways, guys, this has been Raabemaster bringing you League of Legends Procast featuring CruzertheBruzer on Rengar. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of two-part cast, since I did one part, had to stop doing it, and then came back. But oh well. Right now my League of Legends is broken, so sad face, but I'm sure I'll get that fixed eventually. I'm also working on my next guide. It's going to be for a remake of my Dr. Mundo guide in the new fashion. New information too. It's not going to be the same. I've made some recalculations on how I play Mundo and some of the top lane decisions. So I don't play top lane a lot, so I had to rethink my top lane Mundo skill build. Just a little. It's still kind of the same, but there are some differences in the two. There will be differences in the two guides. And my one on MOBA will look more professional, so go check that out. I'll also link my Trundle guide in the description below. It's awesome. Go upvote it, because those guys take me forever to do, and like getting gameplay footage is like the worst, because I usually just rather work on the video than play League, and I have to get the gameplay footage myself. So anyways, that is that. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.